Hey guys, and welcome to UK App Reviews. I'm Kieran, and today I'm here to review the #1 downloaded free app in the UK this week. I'm talking about Guess the Emoji. Let's launch the app. This is the home screen, and honestly straight away it just screams quality. The definition is so sharp, it's unbelievable. And it's basic. It doesn't have superfluous features, however it isn't the bare minimum. It still has the option to share on Facebook, Twitter and via email. It still has your achievement, this thing. I don't quite know what to call it, so let's just call it the achievement option. And the ability to mute the app, which is very useful because not a lot of apps have that. So let's just have a little look at the basic sharing options. This is the Facebook one, for example. You have the ability to obviously edit the message, so it's unlike some apps where it's just a generic, I like this game, why don't you try it out? You have got the ability or the opportunity to change this message. You've got the ability to say which album it goes into on your Facebook, so that's useful, I suppose. And to show or not show a location, same on Twitter, and you can choose between accounts, which is very useful, of course. As for email, bog standard email. It'll just open up as it would in the mail, and the mail application of your iPhone, and it'll just do the exact same thing. Again, you can edit this totally, and you can send it to whoever you want. Oh, sorry. We had a little look at the achievements feature there briefly, which essentially, if I just scroll through all my achievements, you'll see usual sort of app things. I suppose you can compare these with your friends, but also a great part of this game is down the bottom, the one I'm clicking on at the moment. It shows you how much or how far you are along in the game. So for example, I've completed 8% of the game. This is quite good because a lot of apps don't tell you. You've also got the ability to rate the app between 1 and 5 stars in the top left corner and like or unlike it on Facebook. Now this little sound button, that mutes the app. That is a very useful feature, and I will show you why. Well, stand by and I'll show you why. The other two features, store and more apps, on the main menu are sort of a bit redundant, and by sort of a bit I mean totally redundant, because they're sort of dealt with in the actual in the game interface. So let's have a look at the game interface then, if they're that redundant. This is the game interface. Now you've got a top bar up there. So this is the game interface. It's split up into almost 3 sections. You've got your coinage or your dollars, whatever you want to call it, your credit at the top with your level. Then you've got the actual gameplay, which consists of a photo, or well, an emoji, sorry, and almost blank tiles with tiles below that you've got to fit into the right place. The one thing that I find totally frustrating about this app, and it's actually more challenging than figuring out the answer, is you haven't got a QWERTY keyboard, which is so annoying, but it adds to the whole, I don't know, it adds to the fun of the game. I don't know how, but it does. Anyway, so as I mentioned at the start, you've got your level indicator at the top and your coinage. Coinage can be used to reveal hints, so as you can see just below the empty tiles, you've got the option to ask Facebook or use a hint if you get stuck. So I'm just going to hit use a hint, and here you can see I can expose a letter, remove letters, or solve the question. As it happens, this is my 3rd attempt at this review and I have no coins left. And of course, if you want to get more coins, you just hit get coins. You get 30 for sharing on Facebook, 30 for tweeting it, and for £1.99, all of these prices are in Great British pounds. And for £1.99, the ads disappear, so that's always useful if you hate ads. But again, if you can see the bottom bar there, this is really usually the only ad people will see within this app, because the other ad is if you backtrack to the home screen. It's not going to do it now, is it? There we go. So usually something like that comes up as a pop-up, but it's not that big a deal when you consider the app's free after all. The whole idea of this game is to process an emoji and literally come up with a solution. Let's just go for education. This is actually a rubbish example if this says education, and I think it is. This is an awful example, but it isn't. Really probably should have picked one that I already knew. Oh no, this is embarrassing. Anyway, but you'd figure that out. This is going to annoy me now. Oh, I've got to stop playing. It's so addictive, this game. When I first started playing this, I was thinking, oh my god, this is so dull. Why am I playing this? See, now I cannot put it down. It is so addictive because it seems so easy, so familiar. I mean, everyone used emojis, right? But it is so challenging. It is extremely challenging to even figure out the basics. At least for me. Maybe I'm thick, because it's very difficult to whittle down your thought to this overly literal sense that humanity just doesn't ever do. So, we've pretty much looked at everything. Now it's time to conclude. The app is fantastic. It forces us into a position which we're not usually in, and it fuses that with contemporary examples like I had one yesterday, iTunes, Apple TV, Angry Birds. That is fantastic because it makes it feel relevant, it makes it feel almost relatable. I'm loving this app. I love the crispness. I love everything about it. It's so precise and so professional for a free app. Therefore, I'm going to give this app 4.5 stars. The only reason why it's getting 4.5 stars instead of 5 is, it makes a fart sound when you lose. Okay guys, I'll see you next week where I'll be rating the number 1 top rated free app, or top downloaded free app in the UK. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. I'll see you all later. This is Kieran signing out.